Hey, it's June. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to continue on the story of my journey to become an entrepreneur. So after I quit the day job, I needed to grow my business, and I realized I didn't know much about business. I went to a seminar. It was a 3-day seminar, and it was more geared towards coaches. So it's a program that coaches about their business and entrepreneurship. It taught coaches on how to consult with clients, enroll them, start building packages. It dealt with a lot of the inner issues too, imposter syndrome and stuff like that. How when you start going out and doing your own thing, you're like, well, how could I convince people if I don't truly believe it? So that was the program, and it cost $17,000. So I took part of my 401k to cover that. And the reason I decided to cash out my 401k, despite other people's advice on not cashing out, is because it would be crazy, and of course this is going to just be my experience and my opinion, but it'd be crazy that I didn't have any money and I wanted to start my own business and I have no job. I'll be working odd jobs just to struggle to grow my business while there is money in my 401k that I could just take out to buy gear and invest in. So I went against other people's advice because in the end this journey is going to be based on your gut, and it's always better to get advice, of course, but to always listen to your gut, because if you made a bad decision, you could always think back, what was I thinking? What made me decide to make this decision? And if I had to do it all over again, what would my blind spot be? Like, say for instance, here's an example. In 2008, when there was the economy crash, I was pursuing the filmmaking industry. At that time, I didn't think real estate could affect the filmmaking industry. Like, you wouldn't really think that. It's totally two different industries. The biggest takeaway, I would say, of paying $17,000 for a coaching program is it is true. Once you invest in yourself, you value yourself more. After a while, when you're like negotiating with clients, or I devalued myself because, I'm new, I'm green, I don't have this portfolio, I don't have all these awards or publications, so I have to charge lower just to attract the client. But there comes to a point where you're like, you know what? Charging $100 for this job for 4 hours of my time and the post-production and all this stuff, because I would be making less than what I was making at my day job. Thing that I would say is that if you're quitting a day job, that's a litmus of how much you should probably be charging. And let's just say you're doing real estate photography. So there's consultation time that you're talking with the client. There's times where you're actually doing the photography part, and then there's a post-production, delivering the photos, invoicing, getting paid, stuff like that. So all that time, if you're calculating all that time and you're making less than your day job, then you should be charging more. So that's my quick story about the coaching program and what I learned from it and how you just value yourself. The biggest thing is once you invest in yourself, your mind shift changes. The next video would be about how I start growing my business, getting experience. So I'll share with you that experience, and I'll see you next time.